high Victron energy. Let me share you my setup to share with you my thoughts and what I'm planning to achieve, right? So my own setup takes to these Franic and Franic comms systems. So what is Franic? It's a multi-RS system which has about 30 kilowatts of lithium ferrum phosphate plus about 14 kilowatts of solar. There is a additional non-Victron inverter which stands between grid EM24 power meter and multi-RS. The reason for that is that inverter creates perfect 230 volts grid for me, because our grid can be in like plus minus 10% based on our contracts. So it's from 190 to 248 or 252, I don't recall. That is not good for some of the home appliances. That's why I put this Voltronic King, which creates that stable, it has double conversion. It converts to DC and then to AC. It has double conversion and it creates perfect 230. And that inverter is in the mode of not pulling from the grid anything until the voltage on the batteries is very low. So until usually it's state of charge 20%. So on this setup, all my house is working. Everything works great, but there is no Dynamic ESS. So I can't plan my charging from grid, but I don't need to at this moment because of plenty of batteries and plenty of solar. I'm more than 2 weeks fully off grid, right? Where I'm using Dynamic ESS, I'm using that on my other setup where I have multi plus 2 3048 volt, like the basic inverter, and this is where I have Pilantach array, and this is for my most important like communication, mostly communication and video surveillance setup. And this is where I'm leveraging this Dynamic ESS, where I'm pulling prices from NSOE for UA IPS, right? I'm just making them close to the prices that we have in my agreement, because we have our grid providers, they are not following the price of the NSOE, unfortunately. But what it gives to me understanding that usually when the price is high, it means that we have lack of power, right? Usually when the price is low, we have excess of power. So usually when the price is high, we are importing from Europe. When it's low, we are exporting. Unfortunately, because of Russia, we are not exporting anymore, but we importing. And this graph, this price graph, helps me to plan my trade, because I want to use 40% from 60% to 100%. I want to use that 40% of the batteries to backfeed my multi-RES system during the high or low state of charge times, in the morning and in the evening. And that works perfectly. Like I'm basically in the morning, I'm through the AC coupling, I'm pushing energy to the previous system in order to not go very deep in the state of charge, right, in the morning. So when it's morning, the state of charge is about 50%. In that case, my second multi-RES is helping my fast setup to not go deep in discharge. That helps to improve the life of batteries on multi-RES, right? As well as in the evening, when solar is going to United States, batteries are discharging, right? In that case, in the evening, we are consuming more That's where my Dynamic ESS on multi-res helping me to kind of increase the volume of my battery bank. The reason why I can just mesh battery banks, pill and tach is 15S. My other setup is 2E batteries is 16S, different voltage ranges. And because I understand that when you have centralized system, then it's a bottleneck. When you have two systems, you have a backup, right? So right now, as I posted to the chat, what I'm going to achieve in the end is to have this, instead of answer A, to have some sort of the dynamically created price table based on where we have those disconnects from grid and where we have excess of solar, I mean my setup, to force my system to actually charge and discharge in the proper times to ensure that I'm on the highest possible state of charge and on the lowest possible risk of complete blackout. Thank you, and hopefully this helps you to understand the goal.